Hello, this is my diesel heater which I've had heating the garage up now for about a month. I've been doing a couple of experiments to see how we can make use of the waste exhaust gases which come out of the exhaust pipe. So this is the exhaust pipe. It comes out of the machine into the a metal tin and straight out the wall, and out the other side there. So the exhaust goes into the tin. Just drilled a hole then, pushed it in quite a tight fit, then put some epoxy resin putty to hopefully seal it. I've used this epoxy resin, this 2-pack resin, on quite a few things. I've used it to repair exhaust manifolds, exhaust pipes. In fact, when I'm fitting an exhaust pipe, I don't use gum anymore or any like fire sealer. I just use this epoxy resin putty. I find it goes hard very quickly. These are some of these little pellets. It goes hard very quickly, and it seems to stand up to the heat pretty good. So I use this these epoxy resin pellets. They're a 2-part epoxy. There you go. The middle part and the outside part, and you've take the skin off. Then you just have to knead it between your thumb and fingers until it's all completely mixed. And this does go absolutely rock hard. Said I've repaired exhaust manifolds, intercoolers, loads of things that take heat, and it seems to deal quite good with the heat. There you go. Until the two colours blend into one. A good mix. This takes I mean, it says minutes, but I always give it a little bit more so it goes nice and hard, and it does go absolutely rock hard like stone. Then after you can drill it, tap it, and I've repaired radiators with this, like radiator pipes and joints, and you can use it in the when it's slightly damp as well. There's water coming out, so you don't have to strip the system down there. That's beautiful. So that's what we use to put the joints in the pipe. I'll leave that on the bench there. We'll come back to that in a minute, and it's still like putty, but we'll come back to that in a minute, and I'll show you how hard that goes. I'll also put a link to it on the description in case you want some yourself. So yeah, we've just got the exhaust going through the tank there, and then the radiator is being fed from the tank. Hopefully the water's going to get hot in there. Little 12-volt hot water pump, which you'd use in a caravan. So the water's going around a loop around the radiator and back into the tank. So we'll see if it heats the radiator. The little 12-volt pump is also running off the 12-volt supply, which I use for the heater as well. That's just running off a little switch there, and you see that's pumping the water out of there all the way around the radiator and back into the tank, like a mini central heating system, if you like. So we'll turn the heater on and get started. Just click the middle button for a couple of seconds and that comes on. It's on setting 2, it goes up to number 6. So there's a little diesel glow plug in there that has to warm up. It takes a couple of minutes to get warm, and then you'll hear the diesel pump, which is just in the back there, start ticking away. You'll get I can feel a bit of there already, a slight roar, and then the heat will start, as I said, after like 2 minutes. So we'll just wait for that to get hot, and see if it heats the water up in there. That's really cold. That's just come out the cold tap. So we'll see how we get on. In the meantime, take this opportunity to ask you to like and subscribe if you would. Help me along with my YouTube journey. Thank you very much. Just waiting for that to get warm and start ticking away there. Also, I don't know if you saw, but in my other videos I've got one of these heating my house up. I've got one of these blowing hot air into the living room. I've got it mounted outside the living room in a black box, and that's working fantastically. So yeah, after you watch this, please go and have a look at that. That's really worth a look. Also, in my other videos I've got a similar experiment where I've got this exhaust pipe, like a long zigzag length of this, going through a 3-gallon bucket, heating a bucket of water up. Didn't work quite as well as I'd expected, but it was a lot of water. I'm hoping that this little I don't know, a couple of litres of water will heat up a lot quicker. And there's the if you can just hear that, the little diesel pump pulsing away in the background. The glow plug should have got hot, and you can just hear a little roar there as the heat starts to come out. Again, this is the main function of the heater, to to get the heat out here. What we're doing here is a total bonus, really, if we can make use of this heat that comes out there. There you go, you can hear that building up, and it's just starting to get warm. That is just warm, but before that gets warm, that gets hot, very hot, which is why we want to make use of that. See, it's hot there as well. It's hot coming out the other side, very hot there. So that already should be starting to heat this little tank. So that's pretty hot now in there. You can hear that pulsing away quite quickly. In a couple of minutes that stabilises. That goes slower than that once it's got to its heat setting. That should heat up pretty quickly. There you go, that's slowed down now, just as I said. And that'll just tick away nicely on setting 2 all day. And it uses hardly any diesel, but I've got it running on kerosene at the moment. It's a lot cheaper, paying £1.15 per litre for that. Got a little leak from one of these pipes here, but that doesn't matter for now. This is the first time I've switched it on. I'm doing it with you here. I haven't had a trial run at all, so I don't know how it's going to heat the water up. Will it boil it? I don't know. Because this is, like I said, I keep burning myself on this, but I can't help but touch it. That's really hot. So, I mean, will it start gurgling? I don't know. Just give it a couple of minutes to see what happens. I won't switch the pump on just yet. No point in that. The water's not hot yet. The epoxy resin seems to be standing up to the heat. Remember, that's very hot going in out the exhaust there, going into the tank, which is, well, it was cold water, and there's no leaks on that at all. It's really good stuff. Recommend you getting some of those pellets. It's really handy to keep in stock. As I said, I've repaired so many things on automotive things, motorcycle engine parts with it. It's fantastic. It goes rock hard. And there's the piece I've done earlier. It's only been there a few minutes, and it's like stone. It really is like stone. For the best results, just leave it 24 hours. It's rock hard. And typically, what I would do with this epoxy is just, like I said, mix it up in your fingers and thumbs till it all goes one colour. And then as a quick repair, without draining the whole system, I would typically just this is wet here, and I've had good results in wet situations. So yeah, just showing you this. Press it in nice and so there's no gaps. Really get it in tight, and yeah, you'll get good results with this. I'm going to turn the pump on now. That's getting quite warm. I was just thinking, there's no point in that being warm, and then the cold water in the radiator is going to send it all down in temperature. So we'll get that's starting to circulate now, and the water will all be the same temperature. A nice little pump these. It's a hot water pump. I imagine used on a caravan. They're about 15 quid. I'll put a link in the description for that as well, if you want one. And these pipes are, I'll put a link for those if you need an extension pipe. They're about a tenner. They come with the clips as well. You can see the temperatures in the room's gone right up. Right good bit of heat coming out of that. It's really hot. That is really hot, and it's only on setting 2. I really recommend these diesel heaters. They're fantastic. So that's circulating the water there. Put a link for one of these as well. You might want one. It's a 30 amp 12 volt power supply. They're about 20 quid. I'll put the link in for that. There's the exhaust coming out the wall there. No condensation at all, interestingly. On an experiment I'd done this week, the heat going through a radiator, we had loads of condensation. There's absolutely nothing coming from it now at all. No water or steam at all. Well guys, I have to say, it's actually working. I had my doubts a few minutes ago when the water wasn't getting hot quickly, but now that's hot. You can see it all flying around in there with the pump, and the radiator's getting nicely warm. I have to admit, it's hotter at the bottom. I probably should have bled it. It probably needs bleeding. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting warm. This is just a silly experiment in the garage, but it shows the possibilities. You know, with a bit of pipe work and pumps and tanks, and you know, could you run your home central heating off this in some way, or maybe just a room or two? But it's working. I'm pretty chuffed with that. It is actually working. You know, they're hot. I mean, the heat from these is amazing. What they dish out. On top of this heat, this is great. This is a total bonus. While I'm letting that tick away in the garage there, I just thought I'd quickly show you my other heater, which I've got heating the house up. So there you go. That's pumping hot air into the living room of the house. Please have a look at this on my other videos. This is my favourite one. Really good. It heats the house fantastically. Gets absolute toast, and we turn the central heating off there. Got it running on kerosene, and it's a lot cheaper than having the central heating on. Also, in my other videos, I've got a little video of me putting this exhaust pipe into the radiator, and this pipe coming out here, so the exhaust fumes, the exhaust gases are going through the radiator, heating the radiator up. That was an interesting one as well. It did work, it worked, so that's worth a look. Mini central heating system. Please comment. I love to hear your comments. Learn so much from you guys, I really do. I'm so interested to hear what you've got to say. In my other videos, I've got this exhaust pipe zigzagging through the bucket to heat some water up, and I wouldn't do that again. I'd always have the exhaust running as free flowing, with as little bends as possible, and more sweeping bends. I wouldn't like put them back on yourself U-bends like I did in that video. I think it really restricted the exhaust flow, and I don't think that's good for the machine. I think you're going to get it sooting up and just straining slightly unnecessarily. So yeah, keep that flowing. That's lovely. Just showing you that putty now. That has really gone off. Look at that, guys. Rock hard. well, that's about it, guys. It worked. The little experiment actually worked for what it was. It's actually proved a point that you can make some use of these exhaust gases. It didn't. This water, it's hot, but it didn't boil like I thought it might have, like a kettle. Who knows? It might start boiling if you leave it long enough. I don't know, but the experiment worked. I'm very pleased with it actually. Please give me a like and a subscribe to help me with my YouTube journey. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it.